Yeah, normally it's like that in Korea. Everybody is.
Is it like that in
Yeah.
Brazil? Hello everybody! Hoje eu tenho o prazer aqui de apresentar para vocês essas três figuras aqui. São três amigos que estão fazendo intercâmbio na Áustria e agora estão aproveitando as férias aqui, vieram me visitar aqui na Rússia, aproveitando um pouquinho. Então, inclusive, um desses aqui é aluno da EnglishBay. É melhor eu passar então pro inglês para falar um pouquinho com eles. So, I was saying that I have the pleasure to introduce you these three young gentlemen. They are exchange students in Austria. And let me first introduce you to my cousin Alan.
So, hello, my name is Alan, I'm from Brazil, and actually we're not really cousins, like my grandmother, it's your grandparents, goddaughter.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
There's not even a term for that. Actually, your mother is my parents' goddaughter. Did you know that?
No, I'm discovered now.
Well, anyway, we're cousins, we're family, and these are Alan's friends.
Yeah, my name is Guido. I'm from Chile. I study business and economy in Santiago, Chile.
Hello, my name is Daegeum, and I'm from South Korea. Not the north, but
The good Korea.
the good Korea, and I'm 23 years old, and we are studying in Austria together. So we met each other in the school, and yeah, now we're really good friends. So I think it's all from me.
So the first question was actually how you met. How have you met, and why have you decided to be exchange students in Austria?
I think I remember I know the Paul when I arrived to Dortmund, in the city we are studying. I have the so large travel and I have the clothes is so similar to I don't know, the poor guy.
Homeless.
The homeless,
You
yeah.
look like homeless.
Yeah. Alan is I meet in the same place but the next day, but have the normal clothes.
And why Austria?
Like, actually I've had my first exchange in Ireland, and I wasn't planning to go abroad again to finish my bachelor, but I got the opportunity for apply for a scholarship in Austria, and like when I got it, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And I tried and I got it, so yeah, I got a scholarship. I went to Austria and I met these amazing guys.
So cute, bro.
Why Austria?
Yeah, for me, I was like I was finishing my fifth semester in my home university, and in South Korea. Yeah, later on we will talk about education in my country, but yeah, it's really tough and you have to study a lot. So because of that, I was kind of stressed and a lot of study workload. Yeah, everybody was freaked out, and then my parents and me also discussed a lot, and then I decided to go abroad for my exchange semester, because next year I'm gonna graduate, like next year. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to like get some rest, to chill in some cool place, and then I searched some options that I could go to Germany or I could go to Vienna, but like the west part of Austria, we are studying in Dortmund. It's really cool because the location is also good, really good for
travel.
Yeah, for traveling. Also the mountains and the people over there are really nice. Yeah, so I wanted to come here because I wanted to take some rest, and I also wanted to travel a lot. Anyway, I think so far, and I think that I made a right decision.
Yeah, I think I decided a little bit for the last thing, because I have the cousin studying in Innsbruck, in other city in Austria. I think the Austria is very awesome, and blah blah really, and
Yeah.
so very good things. And well, he sent me that and said, yeah, I need to go to Austria and study, and I have very option, but I say it's better if you go to a little city because you can communicate more to the people and have the more life in the city. Because if you go to big city,
Like
normally
the real flavor.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
I see. And how old are you now? And how old were you when you first took English lessons?
I'm 24 years old now, and I think the first time I had contact with English when I was like maybe 10 years old in high school. But yeah, to be honest with you, really start learning after the high school when I stopped and decided, okay, now I'm really gonna to start studying English. I was kind of 18, 19, I think. So yeah, so far.
Yeah, for me similar. But I have 24, half mine. Yeah, I start to really in the high school. I start to learning English, but not very good. But in the university, I start to start the really learning English and go to course and
I see.
and I try the same movie in English, the classical thing.
Yeah, for me, I'm 23 years old, and I started to study English when I was in elementary school. When I was 10 years old, my friend came over to me. Hey, Paul. Hey, Daegeum. Do you know how you call the bicycle in English? And I didn't know because I didn't study English at all. But all of my friends in elementary school already knew how to call bicycle in English. So I was really shocked, and I just realized that everybody just surrounded by me, they study a lot of English. So normally I think, and I also started to study it when I was 10. Yeah, I will make it short. It was too long.
And how's the educational system in your countries and the quality of language teaching? What languages do you learn at school?
In my country, when you're so young, you can just learning English, Latin.
Latin?
Yeah, I don't know why, but only 3 years and don't learn nothing more. Yes, only a class. It's same you're studying mathematics. You're making exercise and no talk.
No practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in South Korea, as I told you guys like before, the education in Korea is really hard and tough. It means everybody struggles and they try to learn a
So
lot.
hard and tough means good, right?
Yeah, like there's a lot of competition because later on every parents wants to make their children be successful in the future. So yeah, normally like when they're 7 or 8, they just bring them to the academy or cram school and just give them a book and you can study alone or you can study with your friends or something like that. And normally in middle school or elementary school, there are some English teachers from the African countries or United States. So normally, yeah, the students in South Korea are taught by foreign teachers, foreign guys who speaks really good English, and also from some guys from Netherlands. So in my opinion, that's why the children in South Korea get used to speaking English and learning English. They don't have any bad feelings about learning English because every friends of them are studying English. So in my opinion, like South Korean people speak kind of moderate to well done English because they get it like since they are young, and also the education is really hard and tough. So that's why people in Korea really cares about learning English, and I should study English a lot because I want to be successful in the future. Yeah, normally it's like that in Korea. Everybody is.
Is it like that in Brazil?
Well, like what can I say? Honestly, I don't think like the language courses in elementary school and high school were bad, but I cannot say it's good also. Because like I spent 10 years in elementary school and high school. When I left I couldn't say anything. But they're not bad. I think maybe they're missing how to teach it properly. Like when I was there I didn't know why I was studying English. And I also had some German classes when I was in elementary school. Because in my city like I have some German migration. But like I just went for the class and...
Your city, which is?
Lajeado.
Lajeado, Rio Grande do Sul.
Yeah. So yeah, I just started really learning when I left the high school, when I put in my mind, okay, I need it for this point and this point, so then I started learning. Like in high school, I almost just spent my time, like I didn't learn anything about language. it's bad, like, because for the country it's really important if people can speak a second language, you know. And when you walk on the street in Brazil, it's complicated, you know, like just a few people can speak English. But yeah.
And besides school, have you studied English anywhere else? And do you believe that some of your hobbies, maybe movies or music, helped you learn English too?
Yeah, for me, I think the music really helps. When I was young, my parents used to play a lot of pop songs, and whenever I get their car, yes, it's like Adele, the music from Adele or Maroon 5. They were just playing, keeping, and I was hearing a lot of words, some objects, how to call it, like the things, cars or bicycles or the something like that. So I think, in my opinion, the music really helps. Yeah. So what was the first one?
If you have studied English anywhere else?
Anywhere else in school?
Yeah, besides school.
Yeah. My parents they provided me the opportunity to. For me, there was a visiting teacher for me. Like once a week, she came over and she gave me a cassette, and I had to record the scripts. I have to write it down and I have to repeat it. And then I record it using the cassette, and then she checks it. Like, oh, you did well, you did good. Like, oh, you finished this part, then you can go on the next stage, something like that. Yeah, that's all what I did, and I did it for more than 5 years. Yeah, since I was 8 till 14 or 15, and then yeah, I could speak a little bit more English, more improved, but I was not that good. My English is still not that perfect, but it really helped that I listened to a lot of music by my surrounding people, and also my studying alone. Yeah, for me it's like that.
Right.
I think I have the problem. I like a lot of things in Spanish, because I don't listen a lot of music in English or something. But I think the movie helped me. Try not put the movie in Spanish and put it in English all the time. I try the same. Try the learning new words or something. And same, I have the class for only the part. I don't know say that in English. The same class to take Paul, but only for 4 months.
Yeah.
Private classes, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of intensive.
Yeah, and help me, but yeah, it's so short, and help me a little bit for learning some words or something, but really don't change a lot my English.
Yeah, like after the school, I started in a like normal private school for language. So I studied for 1 year, and after that I decided to move abroad for 1 year. I moved to Ireland. So over there, like with the culture contact and with the society, I improve a lot my English. I think so. You met me there, you can
Yeah,
see it.
sure. But right now you speak better than then.
Yeah. Oh, thanks a lot, man. And when I come back, I was a little bit afraid. Like, okay, I come back to Brazil. I won't speak English with anybody, so I talk with you or you talk with me. And that's when I met EnglishBay, and it helped me a lot for like don't lose it and also for improve it. So yeah, when I came back from Ireland, I started some classes in EnglishBay, like online, and it was really good because I didn't have a lot of time, so I could manage it. And yeah, I think the EnglishBay was the last one that I studied. And there was one more question.
If movies or maybe music, video games, perhaps.
Yeah, I totally agree with Paul. I love music, and like music for me helps in like many different ways. You know, like sometimes I cannot say something with words, but that music can tell me that. And that's why, like, when I listen something and I get the music, I like to, okay, let's go deep in these lyrics and try to understand every word. And also movies, but mainly music, like it helps me a lot. And even like music's kind of a connection with the culture of the country, so you just don't learn English, you learn a little bit of the culture of the countries also. So yeah, for me mainly music. Yeah, video games also, like, yeah, sometimes you buy a game and there's no Portuguese version, so you have to learn, otherwise you cannot play it properly well.
Do you guys have any siblings, and can your siblings and parents speak English too?
The good English, I only have one cousin. He's speaking now living in Ireland, but no more.
What about your parents?
My parents,
They
my parents take 3 course in English course and never learn in English. And my mom know little bit the words but nothing more.
Amazing.
I have a sister 3 years younger than me. She can speak English. Like, I've never been abroad with her, but I think she can speak a good English.
She can.
Yeah, we started together actually in the same school, but we went for different ways after that. And my mom, it's pretty cool. My mom started studying English like now, like because she's coming to visit me in Austria in the end of the year. And yeah, I'm really proud of her that she started studying. I think she's doing a good job. If you're saying that, mom, if watching that,
Good job, Marcia.
Yeah, for me, I have older sister, and I think it's because of my personal background. My sister started to do some kind of basketball when she was young, so she didn't have enough time for learning. But normally in Korea, like their siblings, if a guy from the brothers in a family, he starts to learn, also his siblings start to study together. So it's normal if they speak English, the whole family can speak English, I think. But like in my case, my parents also doesn't speak English at all because they were not interested at learning the English. And my sister, she was really busy training for the basketball thing. So in my case, my whole family doesn't speak, but my sister, because she's kind of young, she knows how to say hello and how can I get there and how are you, something like that, but she cannot make a kind of complete sentence. So yeah, I think she wants to improve her English because she wants to travel a lot. Like in young generations, they really try to study English, but like the old generations, they're kind of no, I'm okay. I'm just happy with my mother tongue. It's something like this. Yeah.
Do you guys remember the first time you went abroad alone and you had to communicate only in English? How was it? How was this experience? Were you nervous? Was it hard?
Man, my first time was when I went to Ireland, and to be honest, I was like really confident. Yeah, I know a lot of English. And when I got there, like, okay, it's Irish accent, it's not that easy. But like, oh, yeah, I think I need to study a little bit more. Like, I could survive and ask about everything, but yeah, it was like a shock for me. But it's good, it was good, like, otherwise I wouldn't prove it, so yeah.
For me, I don't know, I can't remember now. It's in the 6 months before, in the airport in United States, and alone, and I don't remember the problem, but I have the problem and try to ask for help, and the people say, what did he say?
Help me, just
help me, help me, please help me.
Yeah, for me when I was abroad first time, like because I was normally with my Korean friends, we didn't try to speak English a lot. We just speak in Korean, like just making joke. But like if I just get it alone, and if I have to do something, but I can't remember, I don't know the word how to speak, or just something like that, I try to do it with my body language, but I really felt like if you're like really desperate in a situation, you really have to speak. Yeah, if you need a kind of car, you can describe like this, but nobody can understand. So I was kind of stressed, and I just feel like, I really have to study if I would need something, and if I need to survive abroad in another world. Yeah, so for me, like speaking English at the first time was really hard, but it was kind of good motivation because yeah, if you guys don't go abroad and if you guys didn't try to speak, then it's I think it's pretty hard to get the motivation to study English. But if you get in a trouble and then the only option that you can solve this situation is learning and studying English and improving, then it's really cool that you're studying to help yourself. Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to say.
If you have a problem, if you wanna survive,
Yeah.
you need learning.
Yeah, and it's just adding what you said, like, I know a lot of people that have a good English, like in my university, but they're totally afraid to go abroad and try to, man, like, you just have to go and see how good you are, you know, like, sometimes they have English better than my English, and they just have to go first, see how good they are, like, it's...
Yeah. I see. You guys, do you mind your accent? Do you try to soften your accent and try to sound more native-like, or not?
When I start to learn, I try to have the English accent, but for me, no, it's so hard, and I can't.
Do you think that's necessary to try to lose your accent, or
lose?
Lose the native accent. For me, I think no, it's not necessary.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's only it's necessary communication, not necessarily the accent, because and when you start to learn in English, and it's the same to say Alan, the Ireland have the other accent to the London accent, or in the United States, or in South Africa, and if you it's only if you wanna say I am better for the English, you lose your accent.
Yeah, if I go for a English country, like I mean the main language is English, and they go and say something about my accent, man, just you know, I can speak two English, the two languages, you know, like
Yeah,
I just can
sure.
speak a language, so if they can understand me, it's totally fine. And yeah, that's this point also, which accent should I choose if I want to change, you know, it can be the British, the Irish, the American, I don't know, so for me it's just bullshit. It's not totally
We can take
necessary.
the Korean accent for English.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, when
Yeah, in my opinion, accent. If you just start now, you're starting to learn English. Yeah, it's really good that you can. I want to speak really fluently, and I hope that my accent when I speak English sounds good. Then you can practice like that. But if you don't have any option, like you already started or you're almost in the end of your study, then I think you don't have to try to change your accent, because like I have met a lot of exchange guys in my Erasmus. So yeah, in my opinion, the guys from Netherlands and also United States, they're really good accent of English. So when they speak, they're kind of what is that?
They're clear.
Yeah, it's really clear and sometimes it's really sexy. Yeah, really. The United States guys are really sexy and
Charming.
very clear. So yeah, compared to my English accent, it's kind of I feel like my
Yep.
English is so
But
bad, but
I think more not for the accent, it's for the pronunciation.
yeah, pronunciation.
It's
Yeah,
have the
also.
better pronunciation. I think it's better you use your time for learning in your pronunciation or knowing your accent.
Yeah, sure.
You can see like in our classes in university in Austria, like when people are presenting like some project or whatever, you can see different accents, but like the pronunciation is clear, you know. So that's the most important thing. So.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you guys are in Russia. Why have you decided to come to Russia?
I
Was it
think
you?
it started with me. This idea, man, yeah.
You're in there,
Because
right?
you went to visit me in Ireland, like okay, when I noticed you're living here, like man, Russia, it's really far away from Brazil. Like I know someone there that can maybe support me, so why not? And when I got in Austria, for me like Brazil it's here, Austria is here, yeah, we're closer. That's so the best opportunity.
You're more close to Brazil, bro.
Yeah, and I just talked with the guys, and yeah, I think Paul has some friends in Moscow, and Guido maybe thought the same of me, like Russia.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I think it's the place more far to my house. I visit. Yeah, You, bro?
Yeah,
Why?
like for me, Russia is really great country because, like, the Russia is the most biggest country in the world.
Yeah,
right?
the biggest.
Yeah, they have lots of territories, and also I really wanted to come to Austria. No, Russia in winter because, like, I already have been to Moscow in summer, but I really wanted to visit again in winter season because my friend, he was in several times in Russia and he told it's really cool and it's really cold. It's freezing, but it's very beautiful and everything is like so amazing. So I really wanted to see the winter of Russia.
It's -2 today.
-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was warm, bro. Yeah.
But you're so close to Russia and you're to Korea. But
Yeah, yeah.
obviously it's different Russia because
It's Vladivostok, yeah.
it's so because it's so large and obviously it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm really glad like we're here now because since I've been talking, you told me, yeah man, you're always welcome, like I'm waiting for you here. I thought, yeah, I can go there, but it maybe can take 10 years, you know, like just for grab some money and everything. And actually it happened in a shorter time than I thought, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm
It's
glad
pretty cool. Yeah.
My final question to you guys is, what do you know about Brazil? And if you would like someday maybe visit Brazil.
Yeah.
I visited Brazil one time.
Are you have been there?
Yeah, in the high school for the student.
Trip or something?
It's student trip. It's a
Field trip.
student trip. Yeah, you drink a lot. Well, it's party really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think I know the classic to Brazil, saying that the football, the beach, but yeah, it's I think it's have the little problem how in Chile don't know a lot from Brazil. That's something from Brazil. Yeah.
Was it Rio de Janeiro?
No, Suglu were
Santa
really,
Catarina.
All right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I know a little more of the politics, but because I know, but normal the Chilean people don't know a lot from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Your question was what do you think about Brazil?
What do you think? What do you know? And if you'd like to visit Brazil someday?
Mm-hmm. I would say that like in Brazil there's Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like since I was young, I watched a lot of documentaries about Amazon. That Amazon is kind of getting bad and bad because of the global warming and everything. And also I know some samba and people in Brazil, also the whole Latin American countries are really cool and chilled, more chilled than compared to most parts of this world. So that's everything, almost everything about that I know about the Brazilian guys. But I think in the future I would really like to visit Brazil, Argentina, and also Santiago, the Chile part. So I think the Latin American countries are really cool, big place to visit because it's kind of far away from Asian countries for me, for our people, but I think it deserves and it worth to visit there before they die. Yeah.
For to die. Places to visit before you die.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
How about you, Alan? Acho que a gente pode falar um pouquinho em português agora para fechar esse vídeo. Como é que tu pretende voltar pro Brasil? Como é que tem sido essa experiência aí de ser um aluno de intercâmbio fora do Brasil?
Cara, é uma das melhores experiências que eu tô tendo na minha vida, né? Eu já tive uma na Irlanda, que nem eu te falei, mas eu tinha esquecido como é bom ter essa experiência, tô relembrando isso agora de novo. Eu tô voltando na metade de janeiro pro Brasil, mas, cara, tô querendo aproveitar todas as oportunidades que eu tô tendo. Se eu pudesse colocar num documento, num papel, escrever todas as conversas que eu tive com essa galera aí, tudo que eu
Escrever um
aprendi,
livro, né, cara?
cara, isso é incrível. Às vezes quando a gente fala do intercâmbio, o que mais vende, assim, a ideia é quando tu vai viajar e conhecer lugares, mas pra mim o mais importante é isso que a gente tá fazendo agora, trocando ideia e, pô, só do que eu conversei com esses caras aí de troca de experiência, isso vale muito, vale muito. E, pô, se eu puder fazer de novo, depois de velho, faço de novo, porque só tem a agregar,
You see everybody? Não precisa ter inglês perfeito, a gente tá conversando aqui, todo mundo cometeu alguns erros, né? Tem sotaque, não importa o sotaque, o importante é você ter um nível legal ali, mais ou menos intermediário, fazer uma viagem e conhecer o mundo. São esses caras que, cada um de um canto, se conheceram, estão conhecendo aí novas culturas, né? Outros países, tudo por causa do inglês. Se o seu inglês não tá lá, essas coisas, bora estudar, faça aula, até você tá com o nível aí, mais ou menos, não precisa estar com o inglês perfeito, mas assim o suficiente para você bater um papo legal com alguém e assim você vai melhorando com a prática. Beleza? Thank you, Guido. Yeah, thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Alan, great.
My pleasure.
See you guys. A gente se vê na próxima. EnglishBay pelo mundo e o mundo pela EnglishBay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.